Hey, Nick. You here.
Where the hell am I?
This is your brain. You're asleep.
Yeah, I remember doing that last night. Why am I in here instead of, dreaming or something?
Look, I don't know, man. I'm just a part of your brain telling you that you're here. You can pass the time by watching some of your memories if you want, though.
Oh yeah, I remember these too!
Yes, that's why they're memories.
There's that time I was in debt, that time I went insane. Oh, my first UTI! Oh, that water I hate, that jail time I served. Oh, that game I downloaded. Good times. Wait, what's that?
The Kid A Mnesia Exhibition review? That was like your biggest thing ever. All the Radiohead guys love you.
I thought the only people that liked me were the furries. You know what? Put this thing on. I want to see what this is about.
Alright, if you want. Get comfortable.
Okay. Is this really necessary?
Listen, it was your choice to watch this. I'm not letting you leave.
Hey fellas, Nikk here, and it's that time of year again where it's okay to piss your pants in public because everything is scary as shit. So I thought, why not talk about the scariest thing I saw this October? That of course being a fucking museum.
Kid A Mnesia Exhibition is a strange game, to put it bluntly. People told me I was crazy for wanting to review nothing but a literal museum, but the fact that they were so adamant about me not reviewing it made me feel like there was something actually up with it. The exhibit was originally an idea to make a real museum, but after turning through various locations, they decided on making a virtual museum instead. Somehow, it's actually received a lot of critical praise, giving it such a insightful commentary as, "It's a game."
Wow, does it also have hydrogen?
So what's the deal? The fact that critics were praising the game as nothing more than a museum seems so unusual, as game critics are usually the ones to be so insanely picky that it makes me doubt ever liking a video game for the rest of my life. Seriously, it feels like game journalists are always focused on what the players of games don't actually care about that much. But this isn't about game journalism, so let's get back to the museum with a context dump. Starting in 1999, the band Radiohead was recording songs for the album Kid A. Finishing in April 2000, they had 20 songs, something literally impossible to release as one album. The band considered doing a double album, but that would make the release feel too full. Instead, Amnesiac was made to cancel it out, as they put it. Amnesiac is like the band getting together just playing, while Kid A is on the other hand feeling like studio manufactured music. For the 20th anniversary of Amnesiac, Kid A Mnesia debuted, which not only compiled both albums, but also included extra material on the half-hour disc Kid A Mnesia. Drawings by Thomas York and Stanley Donwood made during the creation of both albums became the game's visuals. Both of them work on the art of Radiohead albums in general, so to adapt all of it into a museum comes with a lot of potential.
How the fuck do I know so much about Radiohead?
Frankly, I don't see how you could live without knowing. Epic Games was the one to publish the museum, and it was released for PC and PS5 in November of 2021. This was probably the best approach I think they had to combine Epic Games and Radiohead. I mean, what else could they even try? Tom York and Fortnite?
At most, we'll probably just get a loading screen. I fucking called it.
And now, just as a big fat warning before I jump into this game is full of crazy flashing lights. Seriously, if you're sensitive to that stuff at all, you should probably sit this one out. And so my journey in Kid A Mnesia Exhibition begins in this forest. I walked around and noticed how messy and tangled the branches were, but I didn't make much of it. Beginning to explore, I noticed some sort of red light in the forest. I like red, so I went to it.
That can't be me. I like orange.
There are doors and doors, and there are trapdoors. There are doors that open by themselves, sliding doors, and secret doors. There are doors that let you in, and I want them never open. And there are trapdoors we can't come back from.
That is my favorite yearbook quote.
Jokes aside, this is actually the lyrics to a track from Amnesiac, titled Polk/Pull Revolving Doors. After, well, whatever that was, including an ominous "see you later" at the end, I have my first hallway. Colors, textures, patterns, and pretty much anything else fly in the air past these stick figures. These stick figures appear as a main inhabitant throughout the exhibit, but I don't understand them. In this room, they're merely just walking around, though. Even more of the art keeps flying by, almost like a feed made not to be comprehended, but to confuse whoever looks at it. Some more walking with some red lighting in tow, and behold, this pyramid. But before that, a side note. This game looks good. Like, really good. The fact the game contrasts itself in spots like the intro, but has insanely realistic grass on some random wall, feels so interesting. I mean, for a game that's so unrealistic and doesn't conform to reality, the visuals make it feel very grounded. But back to the focus at hand here, let's look at this pyramid. It has a multitude of options once you go inside, and by options I mean things to confuse me with, because this pyramid is massive on the inside. There's also this guy who I will name Jimmy for the sake of convenience. Jimmy over here just walks around the pyramid continuously, and I have no idea how to do anything with him because when I tried to get stepped on, he had no collision. This is outrageous! There's not much to do outside of walking straight into the glowing thing, so let's go. It teleports us into a hallway.
Fuck, they have those?
I mean, thank God, we finally have something that looks like an actual human could build it. Nope, the walls fall off and I'm actually inside the Matrix!
I hate when that happens.
So now this room is actually connected to another black void. How? Well, of course, there was a door connecting the two voids, and because of this is too much for me. Let's just take a moment to take in how nice this little bubble is that I'm stuck in. Even if it's brief or you can just walk through it completely ignoring it, this part is so detailed and calm. And then this concert, why is this picture so massive? Where am I floating? What's going on? Kid Amnesia! Start in the forest again. Go through door? No. What is wrong with you, you pathetic scum of Earth? Let's go through the random cave off to the side. Jimmy is small. Did I name him Jerry? The floor is gone for some reason. Oh, hey, it's a cave. Hey, look, fellas, it's that funny quote from earlier. This time it stretches an entire wall. Jimmy is everywhere. And don't even get me started on this endless path. This took me nowhere because there is no escape. Keep walking, just walking forever, because everything is fine and there's no need to keep just walking. No worries, keep walking. And then I found an escape. It's just this little guy watching some sort of incomprehensible film, but at least it broke up something in this confusion. Almost immediately after leaving that thing, I discovered this completely new area. Walking past this filthy peasant wiping the floor is this... a QR code! Around the maps, you'll find various QR codes that you can scan, if you feel like it. This orange code, for example, has the entire catalog of products from Kid Amnesia. Anyways, this thing, it connects to this area, which is yet again another bridge to even more worlds. Look at this room with all these stick figure people walking around. One of them is big while others are slaving away, cleaning or repairing these pipes. And another thing that's odd with this man is that he always looks at you. I walked around to look at a few more rooms, and it was at this point that I realized I don't understand anything from this game. Even attempting to refer to it as a game makes it completely illogical. Without the context of both Kid A and Amnesiac's songs in every single room you see, it's impossible to understand this. And that's what it is, because everything's meant to represent real life, but convey a meaning through visuals.
Once it clicked in my head that I was playing a new kind of music video, the relief began. It felt like I had something to relate to because there's weird music videos that I don't understand as well.
But then it loops back around to the initial dread because even after all of this, it still doesn't make sense just because I compared it to something else. With this self-discovery completed, I finally decided to face my fears and go back to the concert thingy. Here's a general summary of how it went.
Dots everywhere.
Are we going this way? Nope, it's this way now.
The sky is gray.
No more dots.
Oh god, it's closing in.
Never mind, it's opening back up.
No, there's no red dots.
What are these demons doing? Where are they going? What's happening? Why is this happening? Where are they going? And then the music stopped. Finally, we're back to a normal looking place. Check out these cool floating art pieces. And hey, it's another QR code. This time the code leads to the entire catalog. This is the same thing as the other QR code. Oh, and there's another creepy looking room. I don't know. There's no other areas in the rest of this room, so fine.
Everything blue.
Why is there a face? Everything is spinning. Spinning plates, spinning blues, spinning loose lights, spinning loose what's six figure and give me on me everything you're getting.
What's going on? You're gonna be teleported. I'm sorry, what? Where to? Hopefully Purgatory. Look, don't take it personally, but me and my boss just wanted to get rid of you for good. You're just annoying, okay? So this whole review thing was a setup? Son of a bitch. Loser. Is he gone? Yes. So in conclusion, the best way to describe this game in one word would probably be resilient, because this game stands the test of time. Even after being a decade old, it still holds up, with thousands of players at least always being online in the game. Like I mentioned before, it still feels a little dated, especially with how many exploiters there are on the game almost at all times. Games like Cole's Admin House or Apocalypse Rising might have something to say about that, but at the end of the day, when you're not being trolled by 12-year-olds who just bought Synapse X using their mom's credit card, it's still a pretty good time. However, I'm still not forgiving Aesthetical for not releasing that one gun pack that had the snipers in it. How long will it be coming soon? Oh, Bordy, I just sat on you. Oh my god. Oh god. I mean, I was gonna give this game a good review, but now I don't... Oh, the shift keys. And now comes the time where we decide Bordy's fate, this worthless piece of garbage that I hate with every fiber of my being. While the game was flawed in a variety of ways, I still think that I'm gonna, Hey, does anyone else hear that... that sound? Hello? Hey. Yeah, you're kind of interrupting my thing here, buddy. What thing? I'm reviewing Prison Life right now. You review games here? Yeah. How do you find out what game you're reviewing? Oh, well, I use Bordy, of course. Watch this. Hey, buddy, what game are we reviewing today? I just love him so much. Okay, I don't know how to explain this, but I think we're the same person. I don't get it. I think I'm from a universe where I did something slightly different than you. We might have lived the same lives, but I might have done something slightly different from you, and that changed our entire life's course. What do you think the event was? Have you met any Fiji gods? What are you talking about? Fiji? Like the water? Or the country in Australia? Or... Yeah, that's definitely a... Huh, okay. What did Fiji gods ever do to you? Oh, believe me, they do a lot. Anyways, can you help me? Yeah, I was just about to ask, why are you here? A guy pretended to be me and made this review that was supposed to teleport me into purgatory somehow, but for some reason it put me here. I hate when that happens. Don't worry, I know just how to fix this. What? Have you dealt with this before? No, but my 18th grade grandpa did. But how do you even find a relative that far back? DNA testing. Oh, okay. And besides, who doesn't know the prestigious Nikolai multiple, famous for that review of the Tanah he did back in 451 BC? Man, I love that part. I didn't, until 6 seconds ago. But that's besides the point. This teleporter gun I have is apparently a family heirloom. It's alleged that he made it, and then it got passed down to me, and I haven't really used it ever since. So how does that thing work? This red switch in the middle, if you push it to one side, it's a gun. You push it to the other side, it's a teleporter. Sick! Let me try this! I forgot to mention it teleports to wherever you're thinking of. Well, it's important to look on the bright side. I mean, now you know which side is which. Thanks, me. I think I'll get going now. Oh, right. Bordy, I think I'm gonna spare you today. What the f***? How are you here? I thought I got rid of you all that time ago when I teleported you back. I killed a man.